The identity booth, and I'm missing my partner Eric. My partner is saving the world right now. But for you guys and for all of you guys watching, I appreciate you being here. We are currently on a mission to get to 300 subscribers, 300 identifiers, and you can help me do that simply by, sharing this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's the small things that count here. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, which is Twitter. Sometimes I go live on IG, but then, who knows? But for all it's worth, I appreciate you guys supporting me. My channel's growing, and because I'm growing at a decent rate, I've been allotted a few extra perks where now I get, donation perks. So if you're listening to this on Apple, iPod, Spotify, whatever major podcasting platform you're listening to this, or whatever website, check out the links in the description below. If you want to support, go ahead and support. Also, don't hesitate to hit any sponsored links I have in the bottom below. You'll definitely get a discount for whatever I'm pushing, and it helps me help you. And it's, if it's something you were already going to do, something you need, help me, I appreciate it. Hey, it's my favorite lawyer. I just see my favorite lawyer. It's my favorite lawyer. Rachel's in the group. I appreciate you. But real quick, let's talk real quick about COVID. And I don't want to talk about COVID in the sense that COVID's bad. No shit, Sherlock. Let's talk about the good news, which is there's a vaccine on the horizon. Let's talk about the addition to that good news. There's some bad news to follow that. The bad news being that a lot of people aren't going to take this vaccine. About 40 to 50% of the population is not against vaccines. But I want to caution you as a person, if you're a person watching this right now and you're looking for like some decent education, as a person, I'm not an epidemiologist, I'm not a virologist, I don't have an immune certificate or degree to dictate the immunology of diseases or mRNA, but I do have a vested interest in understanding mRNA vaccines and just our body's physiological response to viruses. I have that much going for me. I bet basically what I'm saying is, unless you're a doctor, I'm a little bit smarter than you, just a little bit, not by much, but just a little bit. So what I want to say is, you don't have to worry about the virus, ruining your life. You are going to ruin your life in your own sense. The fact that we're at up to 450,000 people dead, 250,000 people dead in this country, and there's no end in sight, like we have yet to see a plateau or a stopping point, that should ring the bells and the sirens and the alarms. And no one seems to be, like you just saw it a few seconds ago, like 130 Secret Service members are contaminated with the virus because Trump wanted to have a party thinking he was going to win. Get fucked. But I want to paint a picture for you guys what's going to start to happen and what is already being implemented about the vaccines. Because if you are a person who doesn't want to take the vaccines, you don't have to worry about the government forcing you to do it. You need to be worried about companies forcing you to do it. Companies requiring you to have a certificate of proof from your doctor that you have received the vaccines to come into their premise. And now you might think to yourself, why would a company ever do that? Well, because companies don't enjoy being sued, one, and companies love money more than they love your rights or your feelings. And you have the right to not have to take this vaccine, but private companies also have the right to deny you access for not being vaccinated. This is a harsh reality that a lot of people are going to have to come to terms to. And part of coming to terms with it is understanding, like, yo, what does that mean to someone like me? What would make me want to take this vaccine? Well, let's take Ticketmaster and Live Nation, who have already started implementing stipulations and rules stating that in order for you to even be able to purchase a ticket to an event, you have to be able to prove that you were COVID negative at least 24 hours prior to the event, or be able to load up a vaccination certificate, which is going to be handled by ClearLink, which is you're not gonna have to worry too much about HIPAA and stuff like that. It's not like Jay-Z and them are gonna know if you're vaccinated or not, or if you're diabetic. But this is a harsh reality that we're gonna have to live with. Like, the COVID isn't going away, and now that we have a new president, this might be able to sink in for a few people, but for the vast majority of people, because if we look at this map, look at how red America is. Like, third world countries in Africa are doing better than we are. Look at Australia. Look at Canada. They're next door to us, doing better than us. And there's a lot to be desired in this picture, but because of like the World Health Organization has declared us a threat to ourselves, and that if we don't get this under control, we could be the reason for downfall in this world. Like, the rest of the world has realized, like, we need America to make it through this. Let's go help America. And, you know, hopefully we can get this under control with new leadership. But the vaccine that's being pushed, especially by Pfizer, the one that I've looked at the most, is being pushed by Germany. Actually, they're the German company, and the only affiliation they have with the Trump administration is that when they had them available to be prepared and pushed. Shout out to whoever just joined the YouTube chat. Whoever had them available, that America would have the ability to purchase, a certain amount. And this mRNA vaccine is not a one and done ordeal. It's actually going to need a booster. So that's even more information. And this is like this, the way I've been reading up on this virus is the vaccine is kind of crazy. Like, not only will the vaccine need a booster shot 28 days after you receive the initial shot, this has to be stored in like -70 degrees, like Celsius, I believe. Like, so getting this out to remote areas in America is going to be difficult. Like, I don't know if we have vehicles. Well, I'm pretty sure we have vehicles that can do that, but not vehicles that can carry, 500 doses of this, like in these remote small areas. And it's no mystery that we are experiencing spikes, of this disease, specifically in places that voted for Trump. That's the part. That's the one. That's the spot that, makes my blood kind of curl, because it's like we had an opportunity to do this right. We've now hit over 10 million cases globally, with 1 million confirmed dead. And just one look at the map and it just becomes so painfully clear, like, what's going on. Shout out to California for getting their stuff under control, but they're always on a breaking point. There's so many ports of entry here. Texas has over 1 million cases by itself. Like, globally, Texas accounts for one of this 10 million number. So it's important for us to try and get this under control. Be prepared. You feel me? There's going to be a 4 to 6 week shutdown, guaranteed. Once Biden and company gets into control, because we need it. We need, and they've already said that there's going to be proper funding, so I don't think that's going to be a pushback, but we need a proper shutdown. The mask mandates need to be statewide, everywhere. Utah's just now implementing a mask mandate, but they're at 44% capacity. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. So it begs the question, like, what are we going to do here? But you almost like hope or wish that like stuff could, like, different things could be done for us, but that's not the case right now. So we'll continue to watch it. But for the love of life, just put on your mask. There are people literally out here declining to wear masks that are being handed out to them. Pretty soon you won't have a choice. And it's not you're hurting my freedoms. No, you're an idiot. You're killing people. And we are not, as Americans, are not going to allow you to run free because of your feelings. And Eric says it's going to be a permanent shutdown, but it's just that it's definitely not going to be, because once again, we just need a way of slowing down the pandemic. That's it. We just need a way of slowing it down. It's definitely not going to be a permanent lockdown. Don't let Eric scaremonger you into that, believing that. It's more than anything, it's going to just be a lockdown that 4 to 6 weeks with the new bill, because once again, this is why winning Georgia is so important. Those 2 Senate seats, if we win those 2 Senate seats in Georgia, we'll have a 50-50 hold. Mitch McConnell will no longer be the major. Everything will go through Kamala Harris, and we can actually start working on doing the things we want to do without having, obstructionist Republicans in our way. But that's the story. That's my take on it. You don't have to worry about, the government coming here and trying to force you to take a vaccine. Pretty soon, if you want to go into Walmart and Kroger's, you're going to need one, because they have the right to tell you, as a private company, get the heck out of here. Oh, we have the Booth Boss. The Booth Boss has made her epic arrival. Hey, Booth Boss, what's up? But let's push on to this last story, because I feel like Trump could be going up any minute here. Let's also pull up the Fox News stream. What up, Booth Boss?